Casey Anthony, the Florida mother accused of killing her own daughter, has added some high-profile firepower to her legal team. NBC's Kerry Sanders is in Orlando with the very latest. Kerry, good morning.
Well, good morning, Natalie. Casey Anthony has a new lead attorney because Florida law requires that she have an attorney who is qualified in handling death penalty cases. That new attorney, Andrea Lyon, who is highly accomplished, was, among other things, the first woman in the United States to ever be a lead attorney in a death penalty case.
Good morning. I'm Andrea Lyon. Nice to meet you, sir.
It comes as no surprise to those who know Professor Andrea Lyon that she's now Casey Anthony's lead attorney.
The motion simply says you want the phone records and text messages.
Lyon's 3 decades in the courtroom reads like David challenging Goliath.
It was called multiple homicide from the beginning.
Take the case of Madison Hobley, convicted and sentenced to die for setting a fire that killed 7 people, including his wife and child. After an exhaustive series of appeals, Hobley was pardoned. The case set into motion a 2003 decision by then Illinois Governor George Ryan to commute the sentences of 167 other men on death row. In her career, Lyon has taken on more than 130 death penalty cases and never lost a hearing. Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz.
She's a formidable investigator and courtroom lawyer. She's also very good at the law. She's a law teacher. She really is the woman for all seasons. She is appropriately called the angel of death row because she saved the lives of so many people who've been convicted of capital offenses.
Lyon is on this case now because Florida prosecutors say they'll ask a jury to recommend execution if Casey Anthony's convicted. The 23-year-old mother is charged with murdering her 2-year-old daughter, Kaylee.
The prosecutors are going to have a very formidable opponent in that courtroom in Andrea Lyon. They're going to have an overwhelming case to win.
Already on day 1 in her new role, Lyon is accusing prosecutors of manipulating the system to marginalize Casey's other lawyer, Jose Baez.
There is no question in my mind that they are seeking a tactical advantage, and I intend to say so bluntly, boldly, and in front of this court.
Lyon, who is also a professor of law at DePaul University, is the lead attorney, but she says she's calling herself the co-counsel with attorney Jose Baez, who has been on this case since it began. Natalie?
All right, Kerry Sanders, thank you. And speaking of Jose Baez, he's joining us now. He's a member of Casey Anthony's defense team. Mr. Baez, good morning. Nice to have you here.
Good morning, Natalie. How are you? I'm
great. We saw you back in court along with Casey Anthony yesterday. Can you tell us how she's doing?
You know, she's holding up as best she can. It's been a long, drawn-out process, and this young lady is very brave and strong, and she's really certainly doing the best she can under the circumstances.
We saw her parents were in the courtroom as well. They didn't speak to reporters, but can you tell us, did they have any contact with their daughter?
Well, right now, unfortunately, due to the media frenzy that's going on in this case, everyone is elected to communicate via letters because the next thing you know, as soon as they visit within the evening news, their entire visitation will be dissected and reported and played out through the media, and that's just not something this family wants.
Let me talk now about the addition of Andrea Lyon to the defense team. What does she add to your strategy?
What doesn't she add? She is a legal scholar. She is an incredible lawyer, and I think that she is a perfect fit for our team, and we're all extremely excited about working with her.
And as we heard in Kerry Sanders' piece, the prosecution has indicated that if convicted, that they will try to seek the death penalty, bringing in an attorney who specializes in making sure their clients don't get the death penalty. Does this signify anything about the state of the defense?
Well, you know, we're as far as the defense is concerned, we're taking this case, dissecting it, and we are challenging every piece of evidence because we believe our client is innocent, and we are doing everything we possibly can. Everyone is working very hard on this case to try and exonerate Miss Anthony so that way she can walk out of jail a free person and not end up on death row.
And if I can ask you quickly, I know yesterday during a hearing, the big point of contention was whether or not this video of Casey Anthony, when she apparently heard the news that the remains of her daughter Kaylee had been found, it was video that was from a news segment, as I understand. There's questions about whether it should be made public. Can you tell us anything more about how you think that's going to go in court?
Well, you know, I think what we want to do is get all of the facts before the court. Right now, what we've been able to do is take 2 depositions with both correctional officers who were there. Both of them had told us that what they did to her was cruel and unusual.
All right, Jose Baez, we appreciate your time with us this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Natalie. Good morning.